All right, Shalom, Shalom, Yasharali. It's your brother Yaradon with the Southern Return located here in Chicago. And I want to start off by giving all praise. It's called Halal Yamla Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim scattered throughout the four corners preaching his word of truth and sincerity with discretion and discernment. And Shalom to the Akim and a few Agawat and the children who might be tuning in too, though. So, yeah, man, we've been telling you these things through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem and Yahweh Shai. We've been warning you and telling you these things was going to come upon the earth, and it's only going to escalate and get worse. All right? It says San Francisco supervisors vote to allow police to deploy robots that kill, man. And we've been telling you that this man, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, America, all right, that great red dragon, we telling you he coming down with great wrath. See that serpent in the garden, all right. I heard the elder Warren from GMS Birmingham say this, and Lord willing, I'm gonna go into that. How this serpent has morphed into a great red dragon, man. You know, America is the face of this demonic, satanic, Luciferian beast system that governs over the world. All right, America got all the say so over the European nations, the EU and NATO. Okay, so we've been warning you and telling you that this devil is coming down with great wrath, and eventually these so-called police dogs that's deployed to serve and protect is going to be used to chase niggas. They're going to program them and put it on the hard drive, chase niggas. And then they're going to press the button and it ain't going to be. See, these robots that they talking about is going to be operated by a trained professional like a drone with a remote. He going to be on somewhere hiding while the robot doing all the dirty work. But see, coming up soon in the future, they got robots that's artificially intelligent, man. You know, satanic. Newly created creatures that Esau has made, man. See, the Most High got newly created creatures. You got Leviathan gonna pop out, and other Leviathans, and then you got, I don't know if people seen that TV show Lovecraft Country. That was a good example of how it's gonna be, not apparitions, but physical manifestations of newly created creatures that's gonna pop up and chew you, and eat you, and burn you, and smoke you, according to the scriptures. All right, but we've been warning you and telling you that this man is coming down with great wrath, man. All right, so I ain't gonna read this article. Matter of fact, I got a video. Let me play this video. All right.
Robots using potentially deadly force. The San Francisco Board of Supervisors is debating such a policy. KTVU crime reporter Henry Lee has the story.
San Francisco police asking for approval by the Board of Supervisors to use robots like this one as a potential deadly force option. That means military-grade machines operated by trained officers could potentially kill suspects during critical incidents.
You know, there's been a lot of talk about RoboCop, or, which I think sets, a whole lot of minds going to a whole lot of different places, but this is not that.
San Francisco Supervisor Raphael Mandelman supports using robots for specific life-threatening cases.
In fact, I think it would be irresponsible not to make some kind of plan to use that technology in that horrific eventuality.
It's really just opening a window that eventually somebody's going to want to crawl through.
Matthew Goriglia, a policy analyst with the Electronic Frontier Foundation, says it doesn't make sense to give robots the ability to kill.
We are going to see. You just heard him. He say, opening up the door to do this, to allow them to use robotic police dogs to kill people, is going to open up a window for somebody else to crawl through, and get on bullshit and use these things for another purpose. It never fails. When has this so-called white man created something and used it just for the purpose of good, man? That nigga Oppenheimer and Albert Einstein, them created the atomic bomb. He said, I have become the destroyer of worlds. Mr. Burns looking ass. Excellent looking ass. But yeah, Buddy is in opposition to them right here. I'm gonna
lessen the
I'm gonna
burden.
rewind.
That somebody's going to want
That technology in that horrific eventuality.
is really just opening a window that eventually somebody's going to want to crawl through.
Matthew Goriglia, a
Yeah,
policy
it's inevitable. It's inevitable, man. You got Jeffrey Dahmer type people around here eating motherfuckers. You don't think one of these niggas gonna get a bright idea with them robotic dogs, the wicked Esau Edom?
analyst with the Electronic Frontier Foundation says it doesn't make sense to give robots the ability to kill.
We are going to lessen the burden of using deadly force from having to pull a gun and pull the trigger to a button on a remote control.
SFPD already has 17 robots, and none of them have live ammunition. But the department is considering using a robot with explosives attached as a way to get into a building with violent, armed suspects barricaded inside. In a statement, SFPD said in part, while an explosive charge may be considered an intermediate force option, it could potentially cause injury or be lethal. Robots equipped in this manner would only be used in extreme circumstances to save or prevent further loss of innocent lives. The discussion in San Francisco comes just a month after the Oakland Police Commission decided against a policy that would have allowed OPD to use robots with shotguns. In Dallas, a robot armed with explosives was used by police to kill a man suspected of shooting and killing 5 police officers in 2016.
Transport the robot to the scene.
Supervisor Hillary Ronen spoke out against authorizing lethal force for robots, saying she thinks this is an incredibly dangerous route to go. In San Francisco, Henry Lee, KTV.
Yeah, see, first of all, they've been using robotic dogs in military operations for years. But you see, in 2016, they used the robotic dog to shoot Buddy. They say Buddy killed 5 police officers. So they use the dog. That's gonna give them the green light to use it. They say they use the dog to kill him, the robot rather, to kill him. So, yeah, man. Let me All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, and verse 8. All right, they say the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Don't America got the temple of Satan, the church of Satan in Baltimore, Massachusetts that they erected and tore down the Ten Commandment statue and put up the temple of Satan? America is a kingdom of evil. Didn't America get established from Christopher Columbus when they put the rat urine and smallpox on the blankets to kill the Native Americans with what's the word, warfare, man, chemical warfare. He gave them smallpox and killed them out, and killed all of the buffalo to starve them out. All right, and of war. Didn't America go to the Middle East talking about peace in the Middle East? They've been blowing shit up. It ain't been no peace over there in 40, 50 years. They've been talking about death to America. So we prophesizing against this great kingdom of war and of evil and of pestilence, man, that the Most High gonna destroy this place with fire. All right, it says, verse 9, the prophet which have prophesied of peace. Yeah, these Christians and, Juanita Bynum and so on and so forth, Tyler Perry, all these false prophets that's out here telling you God gonna bless you with a mansion and a perfect relationship and a beautiful wife and kids and shit. All right, it say when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, like the police dogs that's out here finna start killing people, it say then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh hath truly sent him. So people going to know that a prophet has been among them when these prophecies start coming to pass, man. All right. Ezekiel 33 and 32, it says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that has a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. Yeah, because these people, they be like, you got a lot of people out here who say, oh, yeah, they be doing their thing. Them Hebrew Israelites, they be going through them scriptures They be in that Bible. They'll ride past Shalom, Shalom. They'll blow the horn, but they'll never come and put their life and freedom on the line for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So it say, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. They ain't gonna do it. They gonna go after their own covetousness. It say, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. So yeah, man, when these great evils and perils start to come upon the earth, because remember the Lord said, evil and only evil is come, man. It's only bad times coming. So when these evils come, then people gonna be looking for the prophets, but it's gonna be too late because it's gonna be a famine of the word of the Lord, man. He gonna take the prophets off the internet and off the highways and the byways, and you gonna be fucked. All right. Wisdom of Solomon 11:18, and say, or unknown wild beast, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or a filthy sense of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. Because the Most High got creatures in a stash that he's going to unleash. He's going to unleash all hell, holy hell on this place, man. Newly created creatures, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or a filthy sense of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. That's why I was talking about Lovecraft Country, because they damn near, you know, depicted those things that I'm reading to you. But Esau got newly created creatures too. Them fucking dogs that we talking about, man. All right, unknown wild beasts. Motherfucker, if you take one of them robotic dogs, they be walking and galloping, and they got the 50 cal rifles on their head, and they can blow up shit explosive, man. It say either breathing out a fiery vapor, man. So them robotic dogs, they get up close to you and blow up a C4, throw a C4 at you, or a grenade or some shit. It say or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. That could be translated into them guns that's on the dogs. I can get a picture of it, but ain't, you know, y'all, I get it. Um, Robot dogs with guns. Go to images. I ain't even gotta click on images. They already up there. But yeah, shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. You know, but this off the left hand side, off the carnal, fleshly side that Esau got, but the Most High got real newly created creatures. All right. So like, you don't want no smoke, man. You don't want no smoke with you. How about Shem Shot? Straight up. All right. What was I at? 11:18. It say, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. So yeah, people just gonna faint and die just from looking at these things on both sides. The newly created creatures from the Most High and the ones that the wicked made. All right, Ecclesiasticus Sirach chapter 39 and verse 29 say, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance, man. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. So yeah, what's the modern day sword? The gun, or these missiles. All right, and these dogs is made to punish the wicked, because the scriptures tell you, man, that he coming down to make war with the saints. But Jacob gonna be saved out of it. But you 2/3 who think y'all finna Charleston White get together with y'all guns, or Grandmaster J, y'all gonna succumb to the wiles of the enemy, man. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7, it say, alas, for that day is great. So it say, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. See, the elect is going to be saved, man. This time around, 2/3 is going to get burnt up in that lake of fire, and they're going to be punished to destruction, man. All right, with all the newly created creatures and the wicked. which is the sword. That's why we pray. That's why I do these videos to expose this man. The scriptures say, prophesy against Mount Seir, man. So we gotta let the people know, like, this man is coming to kill you, straight up. And the only way you're gonna be saved is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So Lord willing, this is edifying, straight to the point, man. Until the next time, I'm gonna bid y'all with Shalom.